Well, hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCalSabre. How are you all doing on this New Year's Eve 2025, last day of the year? Raining here in Southern California. Hope it doesn't screw up the Rose Parade and the games tomorrow too much. So, how's you all been doing? Going to do anything tonight? Not me. I used to when I was younger. I used to want to go out to the parties, stay out all night, go to breakfast in the morning. Not anymore, though. Not anymore. So I just stay at home. So I just want to wish everybody a happy new year. Stay on here for a few minutes and see if anybody jumps in or not. For those who do celebrate Christmas, today is the 7th day of Christmas. Okay. What did I do today? What did you do today? Let me know what you did today on the day so far. I played Superstar Baseball today. Me and my friends played 8 games. My teams were in 4 of the games, and I lost all 4 of them. Great way to end the year in Superstar, but that's a fun thing. I've won a lot of world championships with that, so there. So I'm sending my greetings here. Hopefully, people will join. If you're out there, want to say something or put it in the comments there. I'll answer it to you. So tonight I'm going to stay at home and do this, and then I'm going to watch the Buffalo Sabres game. They're playing Dallas tonight, and it's a big game because if they win, it'll be their 10th win in a row. And that will tie the franchise record for the longest winning streak. This is quite remarkable considering 10 games ago, they were the worst team in the NHL. So they're fighting this been a lot of fun. Don't know if they'll make the playoffs or not this year, but the boy they're playing right now, they are a fun team to watch. And I'm hopeful. Got my hopes up. And then after that game, I am going to go bring up Netflix, and I'm going to watch the last episode of season 5 of Stranger Things. Then it'll be all over. It's been a good show. I watched the first 4 seasons 2 or 3 times over the years. And I'll probably watch season 5 over again too. But tonight I'll be watching the finale. Anybody else out there? If you're out there later, put your in. Do you watch Stranger Things? If not, what are you going to do on New Year's Eve, you folks? Yeah, okay. And I got a couple people out there watching. Happy New Year to you people out there. Hope you're having a fine New Year's Eve today. Resolutions, in my life, I've never been a person to do resolutions. I don't remember when the last time I ever even thought of doing a resolution. Most of the time they fail anyway. A high percentage of them, people fail with their resolutions for a variety of reasons. But we'll make a couple changes this year, hopefully. First one is going to be helping my health. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to start walking again, and I want to get myself back to where I was a year ago before my hip hurt again. And that's where I was walking 3 to 4 times a week, 2 miles per session. I may not get the 2 miles in tomorrow, but I want to get a walk in. I want to keep it going. Hey, how you doing? Happy New Year out there. I was just starting to talk about resolutions. I don't know how long you've been on. The Happy New Year to you too. And some of the things. So, the walking, that's important. That's my health. Then one of the things I'm going to try, and this is regarding my board games. When I was looking at my list compiling of what I played in 2025, it amazed me and it kind of shocked me a little bit that I played so many sports board games compared to war board games or multiplayer board games. And I know there's people on the channel that like those too, and I like the war board games. So I'm making some changes to how I do my table space next year, starting in 2026. Whereas there's always going to be one area's got a war board game on them, one is going to have a multiplayer board game or a solo board game on there, and the other 2 are going to have sports board games. I got to get those war board games that I like. I don't know why I got away from doing so many of them, but I'm going to be giving that a try. And then I'm not going to. I've got a list that I call the board games on order list, where there's stuff on P500 and there's stuff on GameFound and there's stuff on Kickstarters, and I got about 8 things on there. And so I'm making an effort that I'm not going to purchase any more games, board games or expansions or sports games until that list dwindles down some. All the way, I don't know, but because I know I can check on, like some of the Kickstarters, they might not be until 2027 or so, but I'll check on that stuff. But I need to get that list down, and I'm going to try to get my games that I watch that haven't been played a little bit more often. Vinyl albums, my purchases are going to slow down. I'm going to put myself on a monthly budget, and that be slow myself down and bringing them in. And I'm going to ease off on things until that. A little while back ago, I made this big purchase on whatnot during a collection building auction, and they shipped them, and I got to get them all cleaned and into the plate and into the album. So that's got to get taken care of too. So that's another reason for slowing things down on there. Almost done with April in my History Maker Baseball Express 1980s Phillies replay. Oh, right. Cool. That's doing a whole season. That's a lot. I've thought about doing seasons, but I always think, wow, man, I would like to see the writing on the wall at the end of the tunnel. And that's why I've kind of laid off on seasons. And you follow me. I got a project going in just about every one of my sports games. Haven't played History Maker Baseball Express. I might have to look at that. I do have History Maker Baseball. I got a couple projects on that one, but I haven't played it in a while. That needs to get some attention too. Also, right now on the channel, I don't have any sports game. I finished up a replay basketball one that'll be coming out in a little bit. So I haven't started another sports game up yet, but I have been looking at refreshing myself with the game, with a Civil War board game called In Magnificent Style. And it's a solo war board game. It's pretty good. So I am refreshing myself, and I'm setting that up, and that'll be my first war game to go. I haven't picked out which one of the the solo or multiplayer regular board games I'm going to do yet. Pray, do you have any other sports board games that you got projects working on? I was hoping some more people would come on up today for a final chat on 225, but I understand everybody's busy with their festive activities at home, and some of the people over. And I know Kurt Berglund's started his about the same time I started this one, and he's running an all-night session or something with different baseball games and so forth. You want to see some games in action? Check out Kurt's channel for that. Big day tomorrow for college football. We got 3 of the oh boy, I'm losing my mind here. Quarterfinal playoff games on tomorrow. Oregon and Texas Tech, Alabama and Indiana, and Ole Miss and Georgia. They should be 3 good games. I will have my TV going most of the day on that one. Those 3. After I get back with that first walk for 2026. Yeah, so don't laugh. Yeah, the old man's going to try it. I'm going to try it. I was really comfortable. I was doing well when I used to do that. All right. So what else we got to talk about here? We got to talk about something. You got to be praised. So you got to bring up something so we can talk about here. I'm looking at some of my little notes that I made before here. See if I missed anything. No, I didn't miss anything I wanted to bring up. I just want to, it's been a very interesting year with the channel. Hey, Billy Seller 72. Okay, first of all, we got this one. Miami and Ohio State tonight. Oh, that is right. Yeah. I thought that was. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I see it. Okay. Hello, how are you doing today from North Carolina? First time looking in. Well, I appreciate it, Billy Seller 72. I'm in Victorville, California, Southern Cal. And of course, you can tell that by one of my call signs. One of my handles is SoCal, but it's also SoCalsabre. And that Sabre stands for Buffalo Sabres. I was born and raised in Buffalo, so I'm a Buffalo Bills fan and a Buffalo Sabres fan. So that's how that handle. Doing all right out here. And we got a little bit of rain going on today. How about you back there in North Carolina? You guys staying dry? I've been watching the news too much lately. Just wanted, wanted to chat a little bit. I love all sports. Oh, do you play any sports board games? Very cold, huh? Okay. Never lived in North Carolina. Been through there. I lived in Georgia for a year when I was in the 5th Mobile Combat Group at Robins Air Force Base back in the day. Video game sports. The only one I currently play on video games is NHL 26. I've been an NHL fan for a long, long time in the video world. I'm not the greatest. And so, but I try to make it competitive. I don't change all those sliders where it's just a easy, walk for me to be able to win. I want toughness, and I'm starting to get to where we're at. This one, I'm starting to get a little bit more wins, so I'm going to probably evaluate. Yeah, Happy New Year to you too, Billy. Hopefully we see you around on the channel a little bit more often. I have this channel here where it's basically all types of games, video games, board games, war board games. And I also have a channel if you're interested in music. It's called Music Spins and Sounds with Bill. I just started that about 3 or 4 months ago, so it's growing still a little bit small. I moved I used to do the music on this channel here, but I moved it over to that one to just get it away from all of the gaming and so forth. But, if you're interested in music, check it out. I do one every Saturday where I do a review of the albums and CDs that I listen to during the week, and I show the media and talk about it a little bit. All right, another music fan. Yeah, so check that channel out. It's Music Spins and Sounds with Bill. And I think the and is the and sign. I'm going to go look at it right here real quick. Make sure. Yeah, it's Music Spins and then the and sign, Sounds with Bill. I can say I like a lot of different music, I guess I could say all kinds, but there's some things I can't handle. I can't handle like opera and stuff like that. I'm pretty much a classic rock fan from growing up with rock and roll from the 50s and 60s and 70s and so forth. But I like, alternative rock and indie rock and psych rock and, a lot of things like that. Jazz rock, So I have a pretty fair collection going between my albums and my CDs. I collected albums for a long time, and then when they were going out in the 90s, I switched over and I collected CDs for a long time until about 2 or 3 years ago, and then I went back to mostly vinyl albums. All right, I'm going to write a note of that right now on your podcast. Billy Sellers. I will be checking that out. I appreciate it. I I have to write down the notes. I'm getting up there kind of age. I get going and I say I'm going to do things, and then I forget about it 30 minutes later if I don't write myself a note. Does your podcast is your podcast on any particular subjects or anything like that? Oh, all I do is say hello to people. Oh, that's cool too. All right, that's one thing to do. I was just going to try to do a little search here and see if I can get it, but I'm having a hard time right now with something going on here. I see two of them up there. I see one. In fact, I see a couple. I see Billy Sellers. It's at Billy Sellers 2441. Then the next one is Billy Sellers. Billy Sellers 72, and I'm taking it that must be you on that one. I can see you're a train fan. All right. All right. Just hit you up and just subscribed. Play music sometimes. I like country and rock. I like some country. I'm not in there was a point in time when country western music to me, I used to call it crying in your beer. It was all crying and, oh, my girl left me, da 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 da. But then it started, there was crossover country and and so forth. And I do like some country. I have some country in my my collections. Used to work for Amtrak. Oh, that's cool. Only longest train ride I ever took was in 66 when I graduated from tech school in Biloxi, Mississippi in the Air Force. The planes were on strike, so we had to take a train. So I had to take a train all the way from Biloxi to Buffalo, New York. Believe me, that was a long train ride. That was a long train ride. And it was pretty rocky. I'm sure the trains have greatly improved since those days. It's interesting you say you sometimes you play music. Do you get dinged by YouTube for copyright infractions? It's crazy, how they monitor that stuff. Hey, Mr. Prey Cruz, do you have any college football team that's your favorite? Like I personally do not have individual college teams that I prefer, but I do prefer SEC, the Southeast Conference football. To me, that's the closest to the NFL that there is. Yeah, they hit you pretty hard on that. Be careful. You probably get some of it resolved if you go through the resolution thing. I had one. Hey, all, trying to find a place with people my age. Well, I don't know what your age is, but I'm up there in mine ages. And the people on this channel here I know are all different ages, you know, because this is quite a bit mostly gaming. I have North Carolina State and the Cowboys NFL. Okay. I can't say I'm Belly 53. I'm 79. Yeah, 79. Still kicking around. Still playing board games. Still listening to vinyl music. Still rocking. Trying to keep my mind young. 64. Okay. What do you do with do you like board games? Amy? Oh, okay. Well, a lot of gaming that goes on in this channel here. For I was just telling Billy and them a little bit ago that I also have a music channel that I just started up about 4 months ago. It's called Music Spins and Sounds with Bill. If you're interested in music, check it out. Do you like to chop wood? I'm good at that. No, I don't like to chop wood. That's way too much energy for me. I don't know if I have the strength anymore to chop wood. Got here, North Carolina State could beat the Cowboys. Minnesota Golden Gophers here. All right, Fox Crew cards. Okay. got nice. We got some couple people coming on. You guys do any New Year's resolutions? I didn't years ago. For years I haven't done it. I'm going to do a few this year though. Give it a try. One's just for health and for sanity issues. That's all. I'll be staying. If somebody come on late, I'll be staying home after this and going to watch the Buffalo Sabres game as they're going to go for their 10th win in a row, which will tie the franchise record for the most wins in a row. But it's going to be a tough game because they're playing Dallas, and Dallas is a really good team. Okay, and then after that, I'm going to be going over to Netflix, and I'm going to watch the final episode of Stranger Things Season 5. That's my New Year's Eve. An entire list of from 30 years ago. Oh, okay. Yeah, I never used to set them in that, so one of the ones I'm setting this time is for my health is starting tomorrow. I'm going to get up and start getting my walking habits back to what it was a year ago, where I walked 3 to 4 times a week, 2 miles per episode, and work myself back up to that again. Felt a lot better when I was doing that. Find actually to slow down and roll more games and read more. That's some little resolutions. I do I do read also. I read probably an hour, like 4 times a week. I would say my current book that I'm reading is called A Calamity of Souls by David Baldacci. Really, really good book. It's a fiction story, but it's based on U.S. history in Virginia around 1964, 68, somewhere in there. And so, really good book. I got a couple books for Christmas as Christmas gifts. Slow down and roll more games. What kind of games do you play, Fox? Sports board games, war board games. All play games. Oh, that's kind of cool. I do have some of theirs. I have History Maker Baseball. I have oh my, what's the golf? The Hockey Blast. I have Red, White, and Blue Racing, and I have History Maker Golf. I like all of them. Shootout Hockey. I see you like that one too. I do have that. That's a pretty good go-to game when I want to get a couple games in and quickly and not have to set up that Shootout Hockey is a good one. And it does provide enough where I can get stats if I want stats. And I do a couple season. That's probably the only thing I do season replays in this Shootout Hockey. APA and Strat. I have APA Baseball and APA Football. I don't play them all the time. APA Baseball, I do participate in the annual Vegas Championship every year. I've come in second place twice, but I have never came in first. Oh, the Carolina Hurricanes. Oh, okay. Well, as you know, the rivalry, I'm a Buffalo Sabres fan. So, regular season basketball and any board games. Yeah, regular season basketball I like. I'm a Boston Celtic fan in that. And the board games. I just finished playing a couple of games of replay basketball, which was a really good one. I've not played video games in a long time. Yeah, I was mentioning earlier. I played the NHL 26. I tried to do a replay season in that. And then I got a couple of the, I guess the horror ones you would call them that I dabble with now and then. And then as far as PC games, I play American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator. And I play Tower Simulator 3, which is an air traffic control simulator. I'm an ex-air traffic controller. I was for 20 years in the Air Force. And then I got some action PC golf going. So I got my sports pretty well covered. And on the board games, I got a lot of different sports board games. University of Illinois. Yeah, I try to watch those things. Yeah, racing games are video games. Oh, I do have the most recent. I have Forza that I would do, and I have Forza 5, Forza 7, I think it was, Forza 5, and the most recent one is the NASCAR 25. That's pretty cool. That was taken over by another company, and they did a rebuild on it. And that's a pretty cool game right now. It's NASCAR 25. And you can do career-wise on that one. Do you prefer Hockey Blast Game Full or Hockey Blast Express? You know, honestly, I have not played any of the Expresses. I've only also played Full. Even like second season, I've never played the Express. I have it, but I've never played it. No. We should checking those things out. It might help my seasons and my projects go along a little faster. Play my old Kentucky home. Everybody balling. Okay. So what time of here, I'm going to make sure I get my channel over there to the Sabres channel. Game starts at 5 o'clock Pacific time, but the pregame show starts at 4:30. Okay, do you guys when you guys talked about playing video games, so what system do you use? Me and my family, we've been Xbox fans for ever since it first came out. So I'm pretty much Xbox. I got an Xbox X right now, and then I have an Xbox One in one room, and all over the house. Cold Snap. I'm not familiar with that game. Is that from Stone Mountain? Is that like their hockey game and their football game? I'm not sure because I'm not familiar with it. Xbox and PlayStation. Yeah, I have this Xbox. I have a PlayStation 2 or 3 that I bought years ago, only for Blu-rays because at that time Xbox didn't have Blu-rays and I didn't want to buy a Blu-ray player. Wow, that's pretty remarkable. So should we say, Amy, that you don't watch any TV? No. Okay. Oh, okay. There you go. Let's play games for the CFL football. Yeah, okay. I've always passed on CFL games. Yeah, yeah. Billy Seller 72 on your Xbox. If you're ever up there and looking, see if I'm on. My handle for Xbox is SoCalSabre, SABRE. Oh, okay. I see. All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, did I kick you? Anybody? Can you guys still hear me? Anybody answer me? Because I hit the wrong button a second ago. I had to re-enter. Oh, darn it. If anybody can hear me, let me know. Oh yeah, thank you very much, Amy. I hit the wrong button and I kicked myself right out of StreamYard and I had to re-enter and that never happened before, so I was afraid that maybe I just terminated the whole thing. Okay, Billy. Thank you very much for stopping by. It's nice chatting with you. Hope to see you around again. Take care. Well, if anybody comes on later and is watching this after it's recorded and posted, if you doing New Year's resolutions, let me know. Get back with you. If you want to talk, picking up any board games, new ones, let me know. PC games. Oh, wow. I never had the one with the fake bowling ball. That could be a little bit scary. Two strikes and was out. Am I excited for the new year? What are my main goals? Well, my main goals is to try to maintain and get a little bit healthier at my age, and get a little handle on how I handle playing my board games and my vinyl collection. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about when you said you had a fake bowling ball. We used to play with the Nintendo Wii, and you had a controller and you had a strap around it, and we used to do bowling and stuff like that. And one time my nephew flung it, and it did hit the TV. Luckily, it didn't nick the TV up, but I could relate to that. Well, I'm going to wait just a couple more minutes. Anybody got anything they're really interested in that they want to discuss, bring it up. Wait a couple more minutes, and then I'm going to wrap it up for this New Year's Eve. And we're really happy everybody came on. They came on today. A little chatting, meeting some new people. I hope you remember the channel. As you can see, what down there in the scrolling across the bottom, you can see like on November 11th, on the second Sunday of every month at 3 p.m. Pacific time, we do a talking about session. Next one is talking about 24. And that's when the attendees can bring up any subjects to discuss, and I can bring up subjects to discuss. The only things that I won't discuss on the channel are religion and politics. And then at the end of the month, there's a question. And the last Sunday of the month, at the same time, 3 p.m., I do a question and answer period followed by a wrap-up of the channel's monthly activities. So mark your calendars and come back and see us. If Fox Crew, if you want to, I don't know if you are interested in it or not, but if you ever watch Kurt Berglund's channel, he's going to be running all night tonight. He's already started, I think, and he's going to be playing baseball board games, different ones on the channel. All right, concluding here, I'd like to thank Fox Crew for coming on, and Amy WC coming on, Billy Seller 72, Rupert, Andy, Amy WC. So and then I am Con. All right, thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed just meeting me and chatting with each other. This is SoCalsabre saying take care of yourselves out there. Be kind to each other and stay safe.